Friends, we are now in part 3 session. In part 3, I am going to start the same exercise 4.2 in chapter 4 trigonometry. Students, if you see part 1 and part 2, we have completed the exercise 4.1 and as well as 4.2, 1 to 2 problems we have completed. Isn't it? Do you thorough in that concept? Student, these concepts are very easy only. So small tricks only have to keep in your mind. Clear? Now we'll continue the exercise 4.2 with third question. See the question. Sin A equal to 3 by 5, 0 less than A less than pi by 2 and cos B equal to minus 12 by 13, pi less than A less than 3 pi by 2. Find the value of the following. What are the following? Cos A plus B value we have to find. Sin A minus B value we have to find. Third subdivision is tan A minus B value we have to find. Clear? See the question. Sin A equal to 3 by 5. They are given and the value varies from 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 means what? 0 degree to 90 degree. Pi means 180. 180 if you are dividing by 2 means you will get 90 degree. So 0 to pi by 2 sin A. Sin A value it is lying in what quadrant? First quadrant because they have given 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 means 0 to 90 degree. So in this 0 to 90 degree it is lying in the first quadrant. So all are positive. Sin, cos, tan, cosecant, cot, secant, everything is positive in the first quadrant. Isn't it? Then next what they have given in the question. Cos B equal to minus 12 by 13, comma, pi less than A less than 3 pi by 2 they have given. See what they have given? Pi less than A less than 3 pi by 2. Pi means you all know it is 180 degree. 3 pi by 2 means what? 270 degree. 3 into 180 degree divided by 2 if you are simplifying means you will get 270 degree. See I have written 180 degree less than A less than 270 degree. So this will lie in which quadrant? This will lie in the third quadrant. Clear all of you? This will lie in the third quadrant. So cos B equal to minus 12 by 13. It is lying in the third quadrant. Isn't it? They have given pi less than A less than 3 pi by 2. Which means it will lie in the 180 to 270 means it will lie in the third quadrant. See this cos B is lying in the third quadrant. Now we will keep that. Now we will start the solution. Okay. See the first subdivision cos A plus B. That is our we have to find. What is the formula for cos A plus B? See I have written cos A plus B means cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. Okay, that is the formula. Now see the question. Do you have the value for everything? For cos A you are having value in the question? No. For cos B you are having value? Yes, we are having. For sin A we are having the value. For sin B we are not having the value. Okay, so for sin angle A you need cos A value, tan A value because cos, sin, tan we are having. Okay, now first we will find what is sin A, what is cos A, what is tan A. Okay, then we will find what is sin B, what is cos B and what is tan B we will find. Clear first? Now how I am going to find means using Pythagoras theorem only. Now see here, I have given the question sin A equal to 3 by 5. I have written. Okay. Now 3 sin formula is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Okay. For sin A, this is the diagram and here I am finding the value. For cos B, this is the diagram I am finding the value here. Clear? For sin A, opposite by hypotenuse we are having the value. What is the angle here? A. So this is our opposite side, this is our hypotenuse and this is our adjacent. We don't know the adjacent side. Okay, first we have to find that. So how will you write now? according to the Pythagoras theorem, how will we write? Hypotenuse side square AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square we will be writing. Isn't it? AC square value is what? 5 square equal to AB value is 3 square plus BC value we don't know, so I have written BC square. 5 square answer is 25. Then 3 square if you take this side minus 9 equal to BC square. 25 minus 9 is 16. If you take square root we are getting BC equal to 4. That is hypotenuse value we are getting here 4. Clear? Now we have got the BC value as 4. Now with this we can write all the three trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan we can write. Isn't it? Sine A value they have given in the question itself. Then cos A. Cos, what is the formula? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Now you know the adjacent side. Okay, adjacent side value is what? 4. Hypotenuse is 5. So cos A value is 4 by 5. Here next tan A value. Tan formula is opposite by adjacent. So opposite is what? 3. Adjacent is 4. So 3 by 4. Okay. For angle A we have completed fully. Then we have to move for angle B. Okay. Now see the angle B. What is the question? Cos B equal to minus 12 by 13. For cos we know the formula adjacent by hypotenuse. Isn't it? So our adjacent side is minus 12, our hypotenuse side is 13. Here, see the adjacent side I have written minus 12, hypotenuse side I have written 13. Okay, now based on the Pythagoras theorem I am writing AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square value is what? AC value is 13 square. AB opposite side we don't know. AB square plus minus 12 the whole square. So 13 square is 169. If you take this 144, we are getting square root of 25, answer is 5. Now we have got the opposite side, answer is 5. Clear? Now we have got the three side values. Now we can find easily the remaining trigonometric ratio. Okay, sine B. What is the formula? Sine opposite by hypotenuse. What is opposite? 5. Hypotenuse is what? 13. Then why I am writing there minus? Sine B equal to opposite by hypotenuse is the formula. Opposite is 5. Hypotenuse is 13. Then why I am writing there minus? Can we able to understand? Okay, I'll tell you now. What I told, cos B, it is lying in the third quadrant I told you. Isn't it? So third quadrant, only tan is positive. Remaining all are negative. So that only sine B equal to, that is negative, because cos B is fully lying in the third quadrant because everything is negative. Okay, sine B is also negative in third quadrant. So minus 5 by 13. But if you see in the angle A, everything it is lying in the first quadrant. So everything will be positive. So only no sign is getting changed. Clear? Why their sign is changing? All of you are clear? Because it is lying in the third quadrant. In third quadrant only tan is positive. Remaining sine, cos, secant everything is negative in the third quadrant. Clear? So sine B is equal to minus 5 by 13 we have got. Next, cos B value they itself have given. Then tan B value only we need. Isn't it? Tan B formula is what? Tan formula is what? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite is 5. Adjacent is what? Adjacent is minus 12. Okay. Now, it is lying in which quadrant? Since adjacent is what in tan? It is minus 12. But see, it is lying in the third quadrant. I told you in third quadrant tan is positive. So only tan I am writing there 5 divided by plus 12. Because it is lying in the third quadrant, it will become positive. So tan B value is 5 by 12. Clear all of you? How we are getting minus and positive sign? Then now we are entering into the subdivision. Cos A plus B. Okay, this formula we have seen in the part 2 session. Isn't it? Do you by-hearted that? Cos A plus B value is what? Cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. Now we are having all the values. Cos A value we are having, cos B value we are having, sin A, sin B value also we are having. What is cos A? 4 by 5. What is cos B? Minus 12 by 13. Minus. What is sin A? 3 by 5. What is sin B? Minus 5 by 13. So 5 into 13 is 65. Denominator 5 into 13 is 65. 12 into 4 is minus 48. Minus into minus is plus 3 5s are 15. So minus 48 plus 15, if you subtract, we are getting minus 33. Denominator 65. That is the answer for cos A plus B. Clear? Then the second subdivision is sin A minus B. What is the formula for sin A minus B? Sin, if it comes, how will you write? Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Okay, sin is very easy. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Okay, what is sin A value? 3 by 5. Cos B value minus 12 by 13. In between minus, cos A value is 4 by 5. Sin B value is minus 5 by 13. So numerator and denominator if you multiply, we are getting minus 36 divided by 65 plus 20 divided by 65 equal to, if you subtract, we are getting minus 16 divided by 65 is the answer. Still one more subdivision is there. After erasing this, I will write the third subdivision. Clear students, all of you, the third question. This is the third subdivision. C tan A minus B. What is the formula for tan A minus B? Tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A into tan B. Okay, tan A value is what? 3 by 4 minus tan B value is what? 5 by 12 divided by 1 plus tan A is 3 by 4, tan B is 5 by 12. Clear? Now 4 and 12, if you take LCM, we will get 12. So to make here 12, we will multiply with 3 numerator and denominator. Isn't it? So 3 3s are 9 minus already at 12. So just 5 we are getting. Divided by 1 plus here 3 and 12 is getting cancelled. 1 5s are 5, 4 4s are 16. Next step I am doing the cross multiplication. So what if we do cross multiplication? Numerator we are having 4 by 12. The denominator we are having 16 plus 5 divided by 16. 16 into 1 is 16. 1 into 5 is 5 divided by 16. So 4 by 12 divided by 21 by 16. See, for denominator, again you are having the denominator. So the denominator part, it will become reciprocal. So 16 by 21. After cancelling, 1 into 16 is 16. 3 into 21 is 63. That is the answer for third subdivision. Clear all of you the third question? This is very simple question only. So next 4.2, we'll see the fourth question. See, if cos A equal to 13 by 14, cos B equal to 1 by 7, where A comma B are acute angles. Prove that A minus B is equal to pi by 3 we have to prove. Clear students? Now see what we have given in the question. Cos A equal to 13 by 4. With that we will find the values. I am going to start the solution. Cos A equal to 13 by 14 they have given. Then what is the cos formula? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Isn't it? So I am having only the two side value. I need the another side value. Isn't it? So how will you find that? Using the Pythagoras theorem we will find. Isn't it? Cos formula is adjacent by hypotenuse. In adjacent side the value is 13. Hypotenuse side is 14. So how I am writing? Hypotenuse side square equal to sum of the square of the remaining two sides. 14 square equal to AB square plus 13 square. Okay, this and all rough work. Okay, for main work is what is the AB value. Similarly here what is the AB? What is the opposite? That value only, that is the main value. Okay, now 14 square and this side. If 13 square this side will come, it will become minus. 14 square is 196. 13 square is 169. After subtracting, we are getting the answer root 27. Okay, for that will you be able to take the root? No. So I am just writing the root 27 itself. Okay, so next what is the value means cos b equal to 1 by 7 we are having. Okay, now what is the cos formula? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Again here also we are having the two value. Another side value we need. Again I am using the Pythagoras theorem and I am finding the opposite side value is for square root of 48. After taking the LCM, see I am getting 2 here and 2 pair. Here only 3 is not having the pair. So how can I write 2 into 2 is 4 root 3 I can write. Okay, now only we are entering into the problem. See cos A itself have given 13 by 14. From this we can able to find the sin A also. What is the sin A formula? Opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite value is root 27. Hypotenuse is divided by 14. Next in question they have given cos B equal to 1 by 7. Using that I am writing the sin B value. Sin B is opposite by hypotenuse. Here opposite side is 4 root 3. Hypotenuse is divided by 7. Okay. Next what formula I am applying means cos A minus B equal to cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B. Okay, you are having one formula, isn't it? You can ask me, why ma'am you are using the cos formula? Why don't we use sin formula? You can ask me. Why we are not using the sin formula means, see in the question they have given A and B are acute angles they given. Okay, so which angle is greater we don't know. Okay, whether A is greater or B is greater we don't know. So if you are using the sin formula, we are not getting the answer. A minus B equal to pi by 3 we are not getting. So another option is what means we are having only the cos. So I am applying in the cos formula. Okay. So I am not working the sin formula. I am straightly showing in the cos value itself. Okay. Now cos A minus B formula you know, cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B they have given. Okay. Cos A value is what? 13 by 14. Cos B value is what? 1 by 7. Sin A value is what? Root 2 by 14. Sin B value is what? 4 root 3 by 7. Now 14 into 7 is denominator 98. 13 into 1 is 13. That side root 27 into 4 root 3 is 4 into 27 into 3 is root 81 divided by 98. Okay, you all know what is the root 81 value? Yes, it is 9. So in the next step, I am writing one denominator 98, 13 plus 4 into square root of 81 answer is 9. So 4 into 9. So 13 plus 9 4s are 36 divided by 98. After adding this two value, I am getting 49 divided by 98. So in 49 table 98 how many times? It is coming 2 times. So if you cancel this is 1, if you cancel here 2. So answer is 1 by 2. Okay, that side left hand side what we are having? Cos A minus B. So cos A minus B is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, in the tabular value when in cos you will get 1 by 2. When the cos is 60 degree you will get 1 by 2. Isn't it? So instead of this 1 by 2 I am writing cos 60 degree. Okay, so cos A minus B this side as such is equal to cos 60 degree value is what? 1 by 2. So instead of this 1 by 2 I can write here cos 60 degree. Isn't it? So I am writing here cos 60 degree. Here because 1 by 2 is equal to cos 60 degree we are having here 1 by 2. So I am writing cos 60 degree. The next step cos A minus B I am writing as such is equal to cos I am writing 60 degree. How can I write? How can I write 60 degree? Pi divided by 3 I can write. Because pi value is 180 degree. So 180 degree if you are dividing with 3 we will get 60 degree. So 60 degree I am writing in the form of pi by 3. So this side cos and that side is cos is getting cancelled. What is left here? A minus B is equal to this side pi by 3. Okay, that only we have to prove. Prove that a minus b equal to pi by 3 they are asking to prove. So that only we have proved a minus b equal to pi by 3. Hence proved, last line we have to write. Clear all of you the fourth question? Next we are going to see the fifth question. Prove that 2 tan 80 degree is equal to tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree. So far we have seen sine and cos formula. Now we are going to see the tan formula. What is the formula for tan? Tan x minus y is equal to tan x minus tan y divided by 1 plus tan x into tan y. Now, see the question in the RHS part, what we are having? Tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree we are having. Isn't it? Now, observe the numerator part in this. Tan x minus tan y. In this RHS part, tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree. So, we need this part, isn't it? So, denominator part, I am doing the cross multiply to the left hand side. So, if I do cross multiply, what will I get? Tan x minus y into 1 plus tan x tan y is equal to tan x minus tan y. Will I get? Isn't it? So, tan x minus tan y is equal to tan x minus y into 1 plus tan x tan y. So, now I am writing the RHS part. Tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree I am writing. Okay, in the place of x I am having 85 degree. In the place of y I am having 5 degree. So, I am going to substitute in this. Wherever I am having x, I am going to put 85 degree. Wherever I am having y, I am going to put 5 degree. Clear? So, tan 85 degree minus 5 degree into 1 plus tan 85 degree into tan 5 degree. Tan 85 minus 5 is tan 80 degree. The bracket 1 plus tan 85 degree. The tan 5 degree how I am converting means tan 90 degree minus 85 degree I am writing. Clear? The next step if you see tan 80 degree I am writing as such. Bracket 1 plus tan 85 degree cot 85 degree I am writing. Why I am writing tan 90 degree minus 85 degree? Why I am writing cot 85 degree? Because when we are using 90 degree or 270 degree, the trigonometric ratio will be changed. So, tan means it will get cot. So, tan 90 minus theta is what? Cot theta. We have learned, isn't it? So, tan 90 minus, instead of theta, we are having 85. So, how can we write? Cot 85 degree we can write. Okay. The next step, tan 80 degree into 1 plus tan 85 degree. Cot 85 degree, how can we write? Cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta we can write. Isn't it? So, 1 divided by tan 85 degree. Clear? This formula you know from 10th standard itself. Isn't it? So, this tan 85 degree and tan 85 degree is getting cancelled. So, 1 plus 1 we are having in the next step. So, 1 plus 1 is what? 2 tan 80 degree. That is our LHS part. Isn't it? So, which is equal to LHS. We have proved LHS is equal to RHS. Hence proved we have to write the last line. Clear students, all of you, the fifth question? Students, next we'll see the sixth question. If cot alpha equal to 1 by 2, secant beta equal to minus 5 by 3. And they are saying the alpha it ranges from pi to less than alpha less than 3 pi by 2. And beta it ranging from pi by 2 less than beta less than pi. We have to find the value of tan alpha plus beta and also tan alpha plus beta in which quadrant it lies we have to find. Clear the question? Now, tan alpha plus beta formula you all know. Tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha into tan beta. That is the formula. So, for this we need tan alpha value and as well as tan beta value. So, in the question they have not given tan alpha value and as well as tan beta value they have not given. Okay, but they have given cot alpha value and secant beta value they have given. Using this we have to find what is tan alpha and as well as tan beta value we have to find. Clear? Now, cot alpha is equal to 1 by 2. We are starting the solution. So we all know tan alpha is what? 1 divided by cot alpha. Okay, tan theta is equal to 1 divided by cot theta. So 1 divided by 1 by 2, if we are writing reciprocal, we are getting tan alpha value is equal to 2. Clear? And see that in alpha, from where to where it ranges from pi less than alpha less than 3 pi by 2 they are given. Okay, pi means you all know it is 180 degree, less than alpha less than 3 pi by 2 means 3 into 180 degree divided by 2. If you simplify, we are getting 270 degree. So it ranges from 180 degree to 270 degree. Okay, 180 to 270 degree means where the alpha in which quadrant it lies? Alpha is lying in the third quadrant. Okay, in third quadrant, which is positive? Tan and its inverse. Inverse means what? Cot. Tan and cot are positive in the third quadrant. Okay, now in first quadrant, what are the positive? All the trigonometric ratios are positive in the first quadrant. In second quadrant, which is positive? Sine and cosecant are positive. In fourth quadrant, what is positive? Cos and secant are positive. We all know, isn't it? So now if you see the alpha ranging from 180 degree to 270 degree, it lies in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. Now see the question, we are having tan alpha. So alpha it is lying in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan is positive. So our answer is also positive too. So no change in that. Here, next, what they have given? Secant beta equal to minus 5 by 3. Okay, hypotenuse by adjacent. Secant formula is. So using this, we have to find what is opposite side. So using the Pythagoras theorem, I have found the opposite side. AB side value is 4. Okay, now from this I can easily write tan beta value. How I am writing? Opposite by adjacent is the formula for tan. Opposite means 4, adjacent means 3. So 4 by 3 I have written tan beta value. Now you observe where the beta is ranging from pi by 2 less than beta less than pi. Pi by 2 means 180 by 2 means 90 degree, less than beta less than pi means 180 degree. So from 90 to 180 it is ranging beta value. So it lies in which quadrant? Beta lies in the second quadrant, whereas alpha lies in the third quadrant. Clear? So beta lies in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, which are positive? Sine and cosecant are positive. Isn't it? But here beta is what? Tan beta we are having. Whether tan beta is positive in the second quadrant? No. Tan is positive only in the third quadrant. So only we are writing in this. Therefore tan beta equal to minus 4 by 3. First I have written 4 by 3. Afterwards what I am writing? Since beta lies in the second quadrant, sine and cosecant are positive only in the second quadrant. Tan beta is not positive in the second quadrant. So tan beta equal to minus 4 by 3 we have written. Clear? Now we have got what is tan alpha and as well as tan beta value we have got. Now we can easily find what is tan alpha plus beta value. Tan alpha plus beta, what is the formula? Tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha into tan beta. Tan alpha value is what? 2. Tan beta value is what? Minus 4 by 3 divided by 1 minus 2 into 4 minus 4 by 3. I am doing the cross multiplication. 2 3s are 6 minus 4 divided by 3. 1 minus into minus plus 4 2s are 8 by 3. 6 minus 4 is 2 by 3 divided by, again denominator I am doing the cross multiplication. 3 plus 8 divided by 3. So 2 by 3 for denominator, if you are having another denominator, it will become reciprocal. So 3 by 11. So 3 3 if you are cancelling, we are getting answer is 2 by 11. Now we have found tan alpha plus beta value. What is tan alpha plus beta value we are getting? We are getting 2 by 11. Clear? Then in the question another thing they are asking to find. What? That where this alpha plus beta lies. In which quadrant it lies we have to find. Clear? For that they has given the some ranges of alpha and beta in the question. So using this we are going to find. Okay. So what is the first range we have given? Pi less than alpha less than 3 pi by 2. So that range I have written. I am adding the with that beta range. Pi by 2 less than beta less than pi. I am adding both the range. Okay. So the next step what I am doing? Here pi plus this pi by 2. First range, this first range I am adding less than, in between less than sign, then here alpha, here beta. In between what sign I have written? Plus. So alpha plus beta, again less than sign, 3 pi by 2 plus here what? Pi. Pi plus pi by 2, if we are adding, what we will get? We will get 3 pi by 2 less than alpha plus beta less than 3 pi by 2 by 2, if we plus pi if you are adding, we will get 5 pi by 2. Okay, so 3 pi by 2 means what? 3 pi means you all know 180 degree. So 3 into 180 divided by 2 less than alpha plus beta less than 5 into 180 degree by 2. So if you simplify, we are getting 270 degree this side less than alpha plus beta less than this side we are getting 450 degree. Clear? So the alpha plus beta value ranging from what? 270 degree to 450 degree. Okay, you all know from here. Okay, it will start from 0 degree, then 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, again it comes to 360 degree. Okay, so if you are starting from 0 to 270, it will come here. Okay, they are saying 270 degree to 450 degree. So 450 degree means till this line you will get 360 degree. So on this 450 degree, if you subtract 360 degree, still we have to move 90 degree. So after coming this line, again I am moving the 90 degree, which means it lies in which quadrant? It lies in the 90 degree. Still another 90 degree it is coming in the first quadrant. So we have to write the last line. Therefore, alpha plus beta lies first quadrant. Okay, since I have no space, I have written very shortly. You write it in the neatly and okay. Alpha plus beta lies in the first quadrant. We have to write and we have to finish it off. Clear students? In this question we have to find the two values. What are the values we have to find? Tan alpha plus value beta. Alpha plus beta value we have to find. And another one is alpha plus beta lies in which quadrant we have to find. Both the things we have found. Clear? Tan alpha plus beta value is 2 by 11. Alpha plus beta it lies in the first quadrant. Because alpha plus beta is ranging from 270 degree to 450 degree means it comes in the first quadrant. Clear all of you? Next we'll see the seventh question. If a plus b equal to 45 degree, we have to prove 1 plus tan a into 1 plus tan b equal to 2. We have to prove LHS is equal to RHS, and also we have to find the value of tan 22.5 degree value we have to find. Clear? If you see in this question, they are talking about tan. So we are going to use the tan a plus b formula. Clear? Now let's start the solution. Tan a plus b formula you all know. Tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Isn't it? In the question they have given a plus b value is what? 45 degree they are given. So tan, in the place of a plus b I am writing 45 degree is equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, now tan 45 degree you all know the value is 1. So this side I am writing as such, and multiplying the denominator I am doing the cross multiplication. With this 1 I am multiplying. So 1 into anything is what? Same only we will get. So I have written 1 minus tan a into tan b is equal to numerator tan a plus tan b. The next step, I am taking the minus tan A into tan B to the right hand side. What it will become? Tan A plus tan B minus, if both that side, it will become positive, plus tan A into tan B is equal to, yeah, plus 1 is there, also equal to plus 1. What we have to prove in the question? 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B equal to 2 we have to prove. But still now we are having in the RHS part equal to 1. So another one we need, isn't it? So for that I am adding 1 on both sides I am adding. Okay, so on the first itself I am adding here. See, 1 plus tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B is equal to 1 plus 1. Okay, the next step, if you see, we have to need 1 plus tan A and 1 plus tan B we need, isn't it? So 1 plus tan A I am writing in the bracket. Then in the next two term, if you see, which is the common we are having? Tan B we are having in the common. So take that tan B commonly out. So if tan B is out, remaining what will be inside? 1 plus tan A into tan B. Here the tan B is outside. So remaining will be inside what? Tan A is equal to 2. Now if you observe here also 1 plus tan A, there also 1 plus tan A. So I can write 1 plus tan A. Before the bracket, here nothing is there, means we have to consider 1. Here before the bracket we are having tan B. So that we have to write in separate bracket. So 1 plus tan B is equal to 2. That only we have to prove, write the now sign hence proved. Okay, in the same question they are asking to find another value also, which is tan 22.5 degree value we have to find. So in this, wherever I am having A, I am going to put 22.5 degree, and as well as wherever I am having B, I am going to substitute 22.5 degree. I am going to find the tan 22.5 degree value. Here, so putting A equal to B equal to 22.5 degree, I have written 1 plus tan 22.5 degree into, because it is a multiplication, so into 1 plus tan 22.5 degree is equal to 2. Here also 1 plus tan 22.5 degree, here also 1 plus tan 22.5 degree. So if you multiply both, we will get whole square we will get, isn't it? Is equal to 2. Now the next step, we need only tan 22.5 degree. We don't need this whole square. So this whole square, if goes this side, it will become square root. So for square root of 2 we are having. So plus or minus root 2 I have written. In the question, we have to find tan 22.5 degree. So I am taking the plus 1, if come this side, it will become minus 1. So tan 22.5 degree is equal to plus or minus root 2 minus 1. That is the answer. Clear all of you the 7th question? Students, 8th question, second subdivision. Prove that tan 4a into tan 3a into tan a plus tan 3a plus tan a minus tan 4a is equal to 0 we have to prove. Okay, everywhere we are talking about tan, so I am using tan a plus b formula. What is tan a plus b formula? Tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Then now if you see 4a, 3a, 3a, 4a we are having. In that, which is the biggest? 4a is the biggest. So I am taking that 4a. I am splitting that 4a out, means 3a plus a I am writing. 3a plus a, if you add, we will get 4a only. So I am splitting that. 3a plus a equal to 4a I am splitting. The next step, I am multiplying tan on both sides. See, here also I am multiplying tan, here also I am multiplying tan. Clear? Then tan 4a I am writing as such. Tan 3a plus a. Okay, tan 3a plus a looks like in what form? A plus b form. Isn't it? So in the place of a I am having 3a. In the place of b I am having a. Clear? So I am writing tan a is what? 3a plus tan b value is a divided by 1 minus tan 3a into tan a. Here, next step, the denominator I am doing the cross multiplying. So what will I get? Tan 4a into 1 minus tan 3a into tan a is equal to the numerator part. Tan 3a plus tan a. The next step what I am doing? I am multiplying the tan a inside. Tan a into 1 is tan a, tan 4a. Tan 4a into 1 is tan 4a. Then tan 4a into tan 3a into tan a is equal to tan 3a plus tan a. Here now what I am doing, I am taking all the LHS part, I am taking to the RHS part. So in RHS what is the first value we are having? Tan 3a plus tan a. I am taking this to that side means what it will become? Minus tan 4a. Minus if go that side it become plus tan 4a into tan 3a into tan a equal to 0. Because all the part went to that side, so it is equal to 0. Now, what we have to prove? Tan 4a, tan 3a, tan a first we have to write. Where we are having tan 4a, tan 3a, tan a. So, I am also writing like that. First I am writing. Then plus tan 3a we need. See plus tan 3a also I am having. Plus tan a I am having. So, plus tan a minus tan 4a. So, that tan 4a I am writing is equal to 0. That only we have to prove, isn't it? So write the last line hence prove. Clear all of you the 8th question? Student, next we are going to see some formulas, which is trigonometric ratio of multiple angles. Students, these involves sine 2a, cos 2a, tan 2a, sine 3a, cos 3a, tan 3a are the identities are called multiple angle identities will be same. Okay, so now if you see sine 2a we are having two formula, for cos 2a we are having four formula, for tan 2a we are having only one formula. Okay, based on the value they have given in the question, we have to select the formula. Suppose if you see in the question they are asking to find sine 2a, you are having two formula. According in the question they are given the value of tan a, then you have to select this formula. Clear? If the question in the question they are given the sin a and cos a value means you have to use this formula. According to the value given, you have to use the formula. Clear? For cos 2a we are having four formula. What is that? Cos 2a equal to cos square a minus sin square a. Cos 2a equal to 2 cos square a minus 1. Cos 2a equal to 1 minus 2 sin square a. Another formula is what? Cos 2a equal to 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a. Here for tan 2a what is the formula? 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Clear? Likewise for 2a we are having the value of formula for sin 3a, cos 3a and as well as tan 3a also. Okay, sin 3a means 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Cos 3a means 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Tan 3a is nothing but 3 tan a minus tan cube a divided by 1 minus 3 tan square a. Students, in your book they have not given the derivation, so you have to just by God the formulas. Clear? From 9th question onwards we will be using this formula. Clear students, all of you this? Next we are going to see the 10th question. If sin a equal to 3 by 5, find the value of cos 3a and tan 3a. See students, now only we have learned the cos 3a formula. What we have learned? 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a we have learned. Isn't it? Now, if you see here, cos a value we need. But in the question they are given sin a value. So how will you do now? Sin a is equal to 3 by 5, which means what are the two sides they are given? They have given opposite and hypotenuse. With that we can find the adjacent side by using the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, now using the Pythagoras theorem I have got the BC adjacent side is 4. Now easily we can write what is cos A and easily we can write tan A. Cos A means adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is 4, hypotenuse is 5. So 4 by 5. Tan means what? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite means 3 by 4. That is the tan value. Okay, now cos 3a formula I have written 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. 4 into cos value is what? Cos a value is 4 by 5 the whole cube minus 3 into cos a value is 4 by 5. 4 cube if you do will get 64. 5 cube is 125. Clear? So 3 fours are 12 by 5. The next step 4 into 64 if you multiply we will get 256 divided by 125 minus 12 by 5. For 125 and 5 you take LCM we will get 125 only. So I am writing here 256. To make here 125 what number you will multiply? 25. So 12 into 25. The next step we are getting 300. So if you subtract, we are getting minus 44 by 125. That is the answer for cos 3a. Next we have to find what is tan 3a. What is the formula for tan 3a? 3 tan a minus tan cube a divided by 1 minus 3 tan square a. Clear? So 3 I have written. Tan a value what we are having? 3 by 4 minus tan a is again 3 by 4. Since we are having here cube, I am writing here whole cube divided by 1 minus 3 tan square a. So 3 by 4 whole square. Clear? So 3 3s are 9 by 4 minus 3 cube is 27. 4 cube is 64 divided by 1 minus 3 square if you are doing 9. 9 into 3 is 27. 4 if you square you will get 16. Next step 4 and 64 if you take LCM I will get 64. So to make here 64 what number you will multiply? You will multiply with 16. So 9 into 16 is 144 minus 27 divided by 64. Next step I am doing the cross multiplication. 16 into 1 is 16 minus 27 divided by 16. For denominator, if you are having the another denominator, it will become reciprocal, isn't it? So that step I have not written. You have to write that step because I don't have space here. So if I am subtracting, I am getting 117 divided by 64. Subtract means minus 11 by 16. So this you have to write. The next step what you have to do? Into 16 divided by minus 11. After cancelling, if you multiply, we will get minus 117 divided by 44 is the answer for tan 3a. Clear students, all of you, the 10th question. Easy only, you have to thorough in the formulas. Next we will see the 14th question. See, find the value of tan pi by 8. We have to find the tan pi by 8 value. Okay, so for that I am going to use the identity tan 2a. What is the formula for tan 2a? For tan 2a we are having only one formula which is 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Okay, we have to find the tan pi by 8. Isn't it? So in the place of a I am going to take it pi by 8. Clear? So see, tan 2 into the place of a I am going to put pi by 8. 8 is equal to 2 into tan a means pi by 8 divided by 1 minus tan square pi by 8. Clear? The next step, if you see here 2 and 8 if you cancel, here 1, here how many times? 4 times. Isn't it? 4 2s are 8. So we are getting tan pi by 4 is equal to 2 tan pi by 8 divided by 1 minus tan square pi by 8. Clear? Tan pi by 4 means what is the value? Pi means we all know it is 180 degree. So 180 degree if you divide by 4 we will get 45 degree. Tan 45 degree value is what? 1 is equal to 2 tan pi by 8 divided by 1 minus tan square pi by 8. Clear? The next step I am cross multiplying 1 into 1 minus tan square pi by 8. If you multiply with 1 we will get 1 minus tan square pi by 8. So what here I have written 1 minus tan square pi by 8 this side is equal to 2 into tan pi by 8. Okay, I am writing first the square term, then this term, then only I am writing the 1 last. Okay, why I am writing means because I am going to make it in the form of quadratic equation. Okay, see, first I am taking this tan square a this side, it will become positive. So I am writing that first. Then already it is in positive, so plus 2 tan pi by 8. Then taking the plus 1 to this side, it becoming minus 1 equal to 0. Now, wherever I am having pi by 8, okay, wherever I am having tan pi by 8, I am going to take it as x. Okay, so for that only you can understand it very easily. See here tan pi by 8 we are having. So I am going to take tan pi by 8 as x. Here square is having no. So I have written x square plus 2 the same 2 tan pi by 8 means I have taken as x minus 1 is equal to 0. Without taking also you can straightly do. Okay, that time also you get the same value only. Why I am writing x equal to tan pi by 8 means now you see this 1 square 1x square plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Now you can able to understand it very easily. It is looks like a quadratic equation. Isn't it? One square term, one x term, one constant term we are having. Isn't it? Quadratic equation means it will be in what form? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So in the place of a what we are having? 1. In the place of b what we are having? 2. In the place of c what we are having? Minus 1. So usually quadratic equation means we'll do by factorize, isn't it? So factorize we are having two methods, isn't it? One will do by the diamond shape, but in diamond shape we cannot able to solve this. Okay, so one I am going by the formula method. See, formula is what? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. I think you have learned this formula from the lower class itself, isn't it? This is the formula method to solve the quadratic equation. Clear? Now, b is what we are having? 2. So, minus 2 plus or minus square root of 2 square minus 4 into a is 1 into c is minus 1. 2 square is 4. Here minus 1 minus minus it will become plus. So, 4 into 1 is 4. So, plus 4 we have got divided by 2. Clear? Now x is equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 plus 4 is what? 8 divided by 2. Clear? Now you all know what is the square root of 8? 2 root 2 we all know, isn't it? So in the place of square root of 8 I am writing 2 root 2 divided by 2. Now in the numerator here also both the term is having 2. So I am taking the 2 commonly out. If I take 2 commonly out, what will be left? Minus 1 plus or minus square root of root 2 divided by 2. In the next step, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So what we are getting? Minus 1 plus or minus square root of 2 we are having. Okay, so I am writing x equal to minus 1 plus root 2, comma, another value is what? X equal to minus 1 minus root 2. Okay, I am neglecting the negative value. I have written here not possible. Why I am saying it is not possible means tan pi by a is 8. Tan pi by 8 is an acute angle. Okay, so acute angle it will be in the positive only. So what I am saying, the negative we no need. It's not possible I am saying. How ma'am you are saying tan pi by 8 is acute angle means see. Pi means you all know it is 180 degree. Divided by 8 I have written. So if you cancel, what we will get? I am getting 22 and half degree. 22 and half degree it lie in which quadrant? It lie in the first quadrant. First quadrant means what? 0 to 90 degree. 0 to 90 degree is what angle? Acute or obtuse? It is an acute angle. So only since tan pi by 8 is acute angle, we are neglecting the negative value and we are considering only the positive value. Therefore, x equal to minus 1 plus root 2 I have written. Here x equal to what we have written there? See, x equal to tan pi by 8 we have written. Isn't it? So write the last line, tan pi by 8 is equal to root 2 minus 1. Clear all of you the 14th question? Yes. Students, with this 14th question, I am completing the part 3 session. What are the problems I have left? That problem I am going to do as homework. Clear? first you have to by got all the formulas, only then you can solve the problem very easily. Clear students? Next in part 4 session we'll start the new exercise. Thank you students.